Oh, I didn't see you there. Welcome to the O Wrestling Podcast. I'm your host, CW, and today we're going to take 10 minutes out of our day and talk about why Stone Cold Steve Austin's moveset is perfection. Now, if you are a young buck and haven't watched old Stone Cold Steve Austin's matches, I suggest you go back and watch them. They're not, barn burners, but they were definitely charged and fun to watch. But many don't know that Stone Cold Steve Austin, Stunning Steve Austin, is a very technical wrestler. Man knows what he's doing. He's been doing it for decades and decades and decades. And he's told people on many occasions that the Stone Cold Steve Austin persona really distilled down his, not only his moveset, but kind of his character work to like a razor's edge. When he was Stunning Steve Austin, he did like every move under the sun. He was very technical, very I was gonna say all over the place, but not all over the place. But he definitely displayed professional wrestling moves a lot more, suplexes and dives, and I think it was second rope dives. I can't remember exactly, but he did a lot more moves. Stone Cold Steve Austin, that character, did very few moves, and I think it was the mark of great character work that he can tell a story with, like, I think it was 5 moves. It was the punches, the stomps, the Luthez press, the stunner, and yeah, I think that's it, right? He would do the punches, he would stomp you out in the corner, he would hit you with the Luthez press and mash your face in, and then hit you with a stunner, end of night. Obviously, his longer matches, he would do more moves, but when you really distill that character down, he was a brawler. He was the quote-unquote blue-collar worker. He was beating up his boss. He had a great run. I still think Stone Cold, in that sort of 6-year period, I think it was 6 years, he was the most over, highest grossing, money-making machine that WWE ever had, and that's including like Hulk Hogan and all that stuff. Like Hulkamania was, ran wild for a long time, but Steve Austin packed houses. I mean, if you go back and look at any of those old Raws from the Attitude Era, anytime Stone Cold's music hit, the place would shake. There was not an empty seat in the house. I mean, the man packed the rafters. And then, he was also at a time when like the heaviest hitters were doing work in the company. So, you can't put it all on Stone Cold, but a lot of it was him. And I say that to kind of really emphasize the perfection of his moveset, because he didn't go out there and do crazy high spots. He had one high spot. His high spot was the stunner. Everyone was waiting for it. He could stun an entire ring of people. 40 people could be in there, and people would just wait for him to just stun everybody. And everyone in the ring would be looking forward to getting stunned, because it was the marquee move at the time. Name a better move. You can say, oh, the rock bottom, or maybe the tombstone or something like that. But no one was really looking for those moves, Like, they were looking for The Undertaker, sure, and they were looking for The Rock's promo, yes. But if you were saying, oh, would you rather The Rock come out and do the people's elbow, or would you rather Stone Cold Steve Austin come out, stomp a mud hole, walk it dry, and then hit you with the stunner, and then drop beer all over the person? There's a no-brainer. It's an absolute no-brainer. So his moveset, Stone Cold's moveset, was really refined due to, and this is just me yammering, due to his character work, right? The character of Stone Cold is not a person who would be bothered with a suplex. It's not a person who would ever need to go to the top rope. It's not a person who's going to tie you up and try and submit you. His character is a person who wants to beat the crap out of you. So he's going to put on some boots. He's going to walk to the ring. He's going to make sure he lays hands on you. He's going to make sure he dives on top of you and then punches you in the mouth. And when all that is said and done, he's going to kick you in the stomach. He's going to kick you in that bread basket and then hit you with the stunner. And then it's over. And that's great character work. Someone else who's doing that right now is Roman Reigns. He's trying to kind of whittle down his moveset so that it's just a couple of moves, but they're all spots. They're not high spots, but they are spots in the thing. Like for Roman, people these days are looking for the Superman punch. They're looking for the spear. I don't really know the rest of Roman Reigns' moveset, but I know he's whittling it down. John Cena, not so much. He kind of did everything at all times, I think. Wait, that comment doesn't make sense. John Cena had a lot of moves. There you go. That's what I was trying to say. It's early, y'all. John Cena had a lot of moves, but they would be looking for the AA, the STFU. I think that's what he called it. The signature submission. And then the you can't see me. Like, he had his spots, but he did like every move. He also started doing this weird like second rope bouncing stunner that was very confusing to me. It was a fantastic like attempt at a new move. I applaud John Cena for breaking that out like late in his career. He would bounce off the second rope and hit you with a backspring stunner. I don't see how viable it is, and honestly I would throw it in the pile of impractical moves that professional wrestlers do, but I mean, here we are. John Cena was one of those people who his physicality allowed him to do a lot of things that other people couldn't do. So he did a lot of strength test moves, like picking up the Big Show and putting him in an AA, or AAing 2 people at the same time, or AAing 3 people at the same time, or that was his deal. John Cena wasn't meant to whittle down his moveset. He was meant to show off his strength. He was meant to be the spectacle, right? Whereas Stone Cold was like, I'm the character itself, the moveset that he has, and the aura that he carries himself with was the spectacle, right? He's like, I don't need any flashy moves. My flashy moves are me kicking the crap out of you, which I thought was perfect, right? Like, when you see Stone Cold do something like a suplex, or you get confused, or I'm speaking for you, speaking for myself, I would always be like, oh man, he shouldn't be doing that. Like, it almost breaks the illusion. I think that's why his character and his character's moveset is perfect, because any fat on the bone breaks the illusion. This is Stone Cold Steve Austin. He's the blue collar worker. He doesn't have time to do a suplex. Why would he ever do a suplex? Why would he ever do like what is the move called when you double the axe handle? Why would he ever hop off the second rope and do an axe handle? Why would he try and tie up your knees? Like, why would he put you in a sharpshooter? Granted, when he did it, it was fantastic, but I don't know. It just wouldn't feel right if Stone Cold Steve Austin, the ass kicker, was all of a sudden cracking out some technical professional wrestling moves, which he's completely capable of doing. I think people normally forget that, because he burned so bright for such a short period of time, considering the careers of many other wrestlers, that it outshined his previous like stunning Steve Austin work. And I'm sure if anyone's listening to this and they're aficionado, they'll correct me on his other personas and his in WCW and whatnot. But the fact of the matter is, the man's moveset now is perfect. What do you think of Stone Cold Steve Austin's moveset, and who do you think has the perfect moveset? Make sure you subscribe to the podcast on any podcasting platform. Hit the bell on the YouTube channel so you get updates when new videos are live. Thank you so much for spending 10 minutes to talk wrestling with me. I appreciate you, and always remember that I am your friend.
I'm your friend, but if I ever see you in the ring, I can beat you. Don't you know? Yeah, yeah, yeah!